Greetings Zombie Slayers, Super Jim here, welcome back to my high round solo strategy for Origins on Black Ops 2 Zombies. I'm going to show you how to get a free Pack-a-Punch gun here. What you need to do is have the Maxis drone built, then you want to take it basically to, there are 4 locations where you will find a small yellow disc. So then you want the Maxis drone to basically collect that for you. So you can see one down where that fire is near the spawn area there. Now if you have stamina up, guys, you can actually sprint to the other locations and get the Maxis drone to collect all 4 parts if you're quick enough in one go without him having to recharge. But in this case I haven't opened up that next door. I don't have enough points to do that, so I'm having to backtrack here, and I'm probably not going to have enough time for him to collect all of the yellow discs. The other thing is that siren we just heard, that's telling me I've got other problems as well. Basically the armored zombie, we'll call him the boss zombie, basically he is now just spawned into the map and he's going to be chasing me, trying to take me down, and he is actually super dangerous and hard to kill as well. This is another reason that you want to get stamina up, guys. It is a super important perk in this map. Definitely buy that as one of your first 4 perks that you buy. Probably would get it after Jug actually. Now this is the other location where one of these small yellow discs is for the Maxis drone to pick up for us. So this is again so we can get a free Pack-a-Punched LMG. I'll show you guys that a little bit later. So he's picked up 2 of those discs for us. I'm wanting to head this way because that's where the other small yellow disc is located. But unfortunately we got blocked off by the giant robot. And this is a really bad situation here because the armored zombie's coming behind me. I can't go in front because the robot's there. Now, if he grabs you like that, guys, you saw that red flashing dot where his arm is. You want to shoot that or knife that if you're out of ammo or you're reloading, and he will let you go. But it's really dangerous if you allow him to grab you like that, because he'll usually have a bunch of zombies with him that he'll drag you into, and they'll hit you and can kill you if they hit you too many times. But the key to this guy is you just want to keep running and try running around the corners, like the areas like through the narrow trench here that we're going through now, because he can't grab you with his arm if you're going around a corner. The other thing is listen for the sound of him running, because when he stops running it means he's just about to try and grab you with that claw. And at that point you want to dodge like I did right there, or you want to zigzag or something so he can't pick you up. But if you just do what I did there, keep running and shooting at him, go for his head, and you'll eventually take him down. But just listen out for that siren and be aware of that, because he is really dangerous. Pretty much throughout the game he'll spawn in randomly about every 5 rounds, from about round 7 or 8. But the first time you kill him, he will drop this part for the fire staff as well. That's one of the places you get a part for the fire staff. The other part for the fire staff we've already actually got from shooting down the red glowing plane, and this is where you actually pick up that part from the plane. It's always located in that same spot. Once you shoot it down, it falls there into the map for you. So I'm going to pick up another zombie shield because our last one got destroyed. Now, if you haven't played this map before, guys, like if you're on PS3 or whatever and you still haven't got it, it's worth mentioning that the mud in this map slows you down heaps. And I have to run through here super fast because I'm about to get crushed by the zombie leg. But the mud slows you down a ton, guys. It's kind of like the substitute for the fog in TranZit. They had to put something in so it wasn't super easy for the really wide areas like where the tank drives. So they kind of did a good job of that, and it's very realistic in terms of what the map is, like a trench warfare in World War I. Okay, we got the Maxis drone back. So remember, we got 2 of those small discs. There's another one located just here on the corner of the church. You can just see it glowing there. So we're going to send the Maxis drone up for that, and then we can basically go and collect our Pack-a-Punch weapon in a bit here. Okay, so pretty much throughout this, you see me just looking for these small graves or piles of dirt or whatever they are and digging those with my shovel, because it takes about 40 of those and you will get the golden shovel, and then another 20 or so until you get the golden helmet. I think I might have mentioned this in part 1, but it's worth mentioning because you will see me looking specifically for these pretty much throughout the whole game, more or less, until you get yourself set up at about round 30 or thereabouts. And there's the other disc actually that we still had to get for the free Pack-a-Punch gun. Okay, so I think we're pretty good to go get it now, because we already got the one that was above the excavation area. Have to be really careful here though, because we got zombies coming in and you can get trapped back here. But what happens is, when he collects all 4 of those discs, you can come straight to the Pack-a-Punch machine, and there you go, we get the Magna Collider, which is a pretty beast Pack-a-Punch. There's another part for the musical Easter egg, by the way. A pretty beast Pack-a-Punch LMG. This actually reminds me a lot of the MG from World at War, which is one of my all-time favourite zombies guns. Almost the same rate of fire, probably not quite as high a rate of fire as the MG has, but it's got the similar fast reload with the drum magazine, I meant to say. We get some blood money there, which is always good. And this thing is really good for getting points as mowing down the zombies in the early-ish rounds as well. So this is pretty much worth getting using the Maxis drone as well. The other thing with the Maxis drone, if you get on the tank and you're shooting zombies that are coming behind you, you can get drops that you wouldn't normally be able to actually pick up because they fall behind you as you're driving along in the tank. But you can drop out the Maxis drone, he'll go back and pick those up if you're quick enough, which is a pretty cool little function that he has for picking up drops as well. Okay, so sort of just casually trying to fill up the chests as well, but not too worried. We've already filled up one of those. I'll eventually will fill them all up, and we'll show you the reward that you get for doing that, which is the Thunder Fists. But I don't bother getting them early enough for them to be really effective. I know they are pretty good, but I'm not a huge fan of them. I actually prefer the... and check this out, guys. Check this out. This is Perk machine. I just got a quarter out of the bottom of the Perk machine by going pro next to it. That is so awesome, guys. I was stoked when I realized they put that in this map, because it's exactly like in World at War. If you guys haven't watched too many of my videos, I play a lot of custom zombies on World at War, and pretty much whenever I play those maps, I will go straight to the Perk machines whenever you find one and get that quarter out. I don't know why, it's just one of those little things, those little touches that I think they put in Riese originally in World at War that is kind of cool. And they've gone sort of old school and traditional a little bit on this map, the team that did make this map, in that they put stuff like that into it. You know, even little things that you might not even notice, like the traditional 4 windows in the starting area, so that each player has a window in the starting area. Just that sort of thing is really cool, because it reminds me of the original World at War maps, how we play those. You know, the maps that I grew up with, I guess, and got me into zombies originally. So that's a pretty cool touch. Okay. So, the reason I went down there, by the way, not just to find some more of those graves to dig up, but also because I'm actually waiting for the robots at this point. I'm still trying to get the other parts for the wind staff. So I think we got one part for the wind staff already. I think it was off the middle robot, correct me if I'm wrong. But we still need the other 2 parts, so I need to actually get a robot and get teleported into its head down the bottom there, as well as up the top here, so that we can get the wind staff. The wind staff is one of the 2 best staffs in the game, guys. The other staff that is probably the best staff for high rounds is the ice staff, and I'll explain why a bit later. But we're going to make the wind staff and the ice staff into the ultimate versions a little bit later in this gameplay to show you how to do that. They're the main stars we're going to be using for high round stuff. And it might sound a bit funny because, I don't know, a lot of people seem to not like the ice staff. They like the fire one or whatever, which is pretty cool stuff. But in terms of really high rounds, Those other stuffs like the electric stuff and the fire stuff are not so effective in killing zombies in the really high rounds. Now check this out, guys. Once we power up generator 6, we get another reward unlocked from this reward chest here, and that is the third and final part for the fire stuff. Now we do need to find the fire staff record for the gramophone. We're going to have a look around for that a little bit later. But we've already checked a couple of areas that it is usually located in. And we're heading down here. I don't know why I came down here. But where we actually need to look is, if you can't find it in the church on the pews, and you can't find it there in that other spot next to the generator, it's pretty much going to be located at the behind the tank. And you have to actually purchase the tank and drive the tank off to get behind it to pick up that red fire staff gramophone record. Okay, still waiting for either this top robot to come through or the bottom one, so I can try and get the wind staff parts that I need. And this is really the one of the things that is really slow and can take a long time to get these goddamn parts for the wind staff. The other parts that kind of annoy me are the parts for the electric staff, but that's also something we're going to have a shot at here. But we've got one robot coming through there. I think that might be the middle one though. So it's not the one that we want. But this map actually reminds me a lot of the dreaded, infamous TranZit map. The map everyone hates pretty much. I know some people like it, but most people don't. The first Black Ops 2 Zombies map. Simply because, even though this map is like a million times better and is actually one of the best maps that I've ever played, definitely one of the best maps in Black Ops 2. Probably tied with Mob of the Dead actually, but this is one of the spots where you can pick up a part for the electrical, it's not really electrical, but the lightning stuff, just there. Okay, let's get down from here. But getting back to what I was saying, in order to get yourself set up where you've got everything you need to kick back and go through the high rounds with all the equipment and guns and weapons and perks and stuff that you don't have to actually run around collecting stuff anymore for, it takes a long time in this map, especially playing solo. It can take a couple of hours until you're set up properly. And even if you're a really good zombies player, it's not just me saying that, guys. Guys like Mato Master, some of those guys with the world records, they still take a long time to get set up on these maps. But you might not realize that because a lot of the time some of those guys, not Mato Master necessarily, but some of those guys will just show like 5 or 10 minutes at a high round, and you don't realize the amount of time it takes to actually get yourself set up where you can get through those high rounds super fast once you have everything you need. And that's kind of like TranZit. TranZit's the same, aggravating, collecting stuff, building stuff, running around the massive map, and spending a lot of time just doing quest-related stuff instead of killing zombies. And that pretty much sums up Black Ops 2 in a nutshell for me. The only map that wasn't like that, really, and not counting the kind of cordoned off sections of TranZit, was Nuketown, Nuketown was kind of like the Kino for Black Ops 2, kind of like a very old school regular style of map that we used to get back in the day. Not saying these maps aren't good, I just wish, and there's the fire staff record there by the way, I just wish they didn't have buildables that spawn in random locations in every single map they bring out now, because it's kind of annoying. I'm just going to be honest. I don't know what you guys think about that. Let me know what you think. I think it would have been cool if they'd had it as a gimmick or like a playstyle on one map like TranZit, but not necessarily having it as the standard way of playing now on all the zombies maps. So I'm just checking out which parts I need at this point. We missed the robot going through down the bottom there, unfortunately. So that kind of sucks.
First time I've had a clear look at it. Holy shit.
Now, at some point, you want to get yourself a ray gun. Or something really beast like that. You might wonder why I'm hanging on to this Mauser pistol, because it's so low powered and everything at this point. Why I haven't swapped that out for something. But basically you can pack punch this and it turns into a really, really beast gun. Kind of almost on par with the Mustang and Sally that we used to get in Black Ops, which combined with Flopper was like almost made you invincible up to a certain point anyway. This is in some ways even better than that. I'll show you that a little bit later for those of you guys that haven't seen what this thing becomes when you pack punch it. But we're going to try and get, while we're waiting for these robots, we're going to try and get some other parts for the lightning stuff. There's one that you have to jump out onto this area here to get. And you want to do this when you've only got maybe one zombie left at the end of a round. Because if you go in there with a whole horde behind you, you will get trapped in that very, very narrow corridor. Now, as you can see, with stamina up, guys, another reason it's so good is you can actually grab that part, jump back on the tank if you're quick enough, and then jump off and get this second one. Unfortunately, I kind of missed my jump, and I wanted to get to this robot that was coming anyway, and I didn't have time to do both things. So it kind of worked out pretty well for me because I got lucky, and you do have to get lucky, which is why it's so annoying. And we got the right foot over in this area here, so hopefully we'll be able to shoot this out, get teleported up, and get another part for the win stuff here, guys. So that is epic. You just have to watch out because sometimes neither of the feet will have a little hatch that you can shoot out. It's just kind of random which one it is or whether it has one in the first place. So there we go, 2 parts for the win stuff, guys. I'll catch up with you guys in part 3.